Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Dhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Om Gyantimirandhasya Gyananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita chapter 1 verse number 21 and 22. Arjun uvacha senayoh ubhayoh madhye ratham sthapaya me achyuta yavat etan nirikshe aham Yodha kaman avasthitan kahi maya saha yodhavyam asmin rana samudyame. Arjun said, O infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies, so that I may see those present here who desire to fight and with whom I must contend in this great trial of army. So now Arjun is requesting Shri Krishna to take his chariot between the two armies so that he can inspect everyone in the army of the Kauravas that he has to fight with. An expert warrior always wants to assess the power of the opposing army so that he can be prepared appropriately. When we also go for any kind of a challenge or an exam, we should prepare according to what is the level of competition. For example, if a child is taking an elementary school exam, then the preparation required may not be significant. But when you are going and preparing for a very competitive exam, let's say medical school or law school, or college entrance exam like the SAT, then you need to be very well prepared because there is a significant competition. While requesting Shri Krishna to draw the chariot in the middle of the armies, Arjun addresses him as Achyut. Achyut means infallible, meaning one who does not fall down from his position, or the one whose glories, strength, all his attributes are never compromised. Arjun could have called Krishna as Madhav, he could have called him Damodar, he could have called him Rishikesh as he called him in the last verse, but him addressing him as Achyut here has a very deep, significant meaning. This seemingly simple verse has so much rahasya, so many secrets and deep meaning that it may take hours to explain them. That is the depth and meaning of not only this verse of Bhagavad Gita, but every verse in Bhagavad Gita is like that. However, our goal here is to explain in simple points the main essence of what each verse is stating. We see in this world that nothing is permanent. People attain positions of great glories. For example, someone may become extremely wealthy, but many times it happens that the person loses all the wealth. It has been seen with many people who won lotteries that within a few years they become paupers. There are people who are very strong wrestlers, but many times it is seen that they become extremely weak physically. People who had high intellectual power are seen to be afflicted with diseases of brain such as Alzheimer's or dementia. Those who are in political power are seen to be thrown out of office and at times incarcerated. So the point is that in this world, the positions that we have, whether of wealth, strength, beauty, intellect, power, or fame, all of these are temporary. So one whose situation in terms of these attributes changes is called Chuta or fallible. But one whose position is never compromised is called Achyuta or the infallible one, as Arjun is addressing Krishna in this verse. The ordinary living entities fall down from the position because they are subject to the three modes of material nature. Whereas Krishna, the Supreme Lord, is not subject to these three modes of material nature or the Maya. In the 14th verse of the 7th chapter, Krishna says, Devi hi esha gunmayi mam maya duratyaya, which means that this divine energy of mine, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is very difficult to overcome. So Krishna is calling Maya or the illusory energy as his energy. And since it is his energy, it cannot overpower him. However, this energy deludes the living entities. Why do the living entities, which consists of all of us, trees, plants, animals, insects, everyone that is conscious and that we see around us in this creation, why do we get bewildered and deluded? Because we are atomic in nature. Just like if there is a small plant, sapling, and a strong force of wind comes, that sapling is going to be uprooted because it doesn't have the strength. But a giant, huge tree with deep roots will not be impacted by the hurricane level winds. So Krishna is the Supreme Lord, the creator of the illusory energy, and he does not get impacted by the deluding effects of Maya, which delude those in this world. Therefore, his position is never compromised. Calling him Achyut is also significant because this shows that the Jiva is eternally distinct and separate from the Supreme Lord or Paramatma. Let us understand this a little bit more. All the religions of faiths in this world can be at a high level divided into two categories. Those who are impersonalists, meaning that they believe that God has no form, has no qualities, has no pastimes, and everything is one. The jivas in this world, all of us, are also part of that undifferentiated effulgence, but because of being covered by illusion, currently we are suffering in this world. The example that is given is just like the sky, the blue sky is undifferentiated, but when a part of the sky gets covered by the cloud, then we don't see that part of the sky. But when that cloud is moved or removed, goes away, then we again see the clear sky. So similarly, when Maya covers part of Parabram or this spiritual effulgence, it becomes the jivas. When that Maya or the covering of the cloud is removed, then again it becomes one with the supreme effulgence. Now this is called Advaitvad or impersonalism. If we go with this understanding, we will see that supreme effulgence cannot be considered supreme because it gets covered by Maya. Here Krishna is saying that I do not get covered by Maya. And if Maya can cover Param Brahm, then Maya is superior to the Supreme Absolute Effulgence. And in that sense, the Supreme Absolute Effulgence of Paramatma cannot be called Achyut. But that is not the case here. The other school or other group category of religions of faiths are called personalists, or in Vedic terms they are called Dvaitvadis. They state that there are two distinct categories of conscious entities. One is called Jiva Tattva, or the living entities, and the other is called Vishnu Tattva, or the Supreme Absolute Conscious Entity. They are eternally distinct and separate. In quality they are the same, but there is a difference in quantity. And therefore, the jivas or the living entities, because of their atomic nature, are prone to be covered by illusory energy, whereas the Vishnu Tattva or the Supreme Absolute Truth, being the controller of this illusory energy, does not get covered by it. And therefore, he is Achyut, or the infallible one. This Dvaitvad or personalist philosophy is what Krishna supports in Bhagavad Gita. Now, even being why doesn't Krishna get covered by Maya? It is said in Vishnu Puran, Aishwarasya samagrasya viryasya yasyasya shriyah gyan vairagyahascha eva sannam bhag itingana, that Bhagwan, the Supreme Lord, is defined as one who is inseparably replete with the 6 inconceivable qualities of wealth, power, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. This is very important. That the Supreme Absolute Truth is the most wealthy, is the most powerful, the most famous, the most beautiful, and the most knowledgeable. Now, if anyone in this world has any of these 5 things, wealth, power, fame, beauty, and knowledge, in even some quantity, that person will tend to become very proud. And we see that all around us, that those who are extremely wealthy do not consider anyone else important in front of them. Those who have extreme power, they are very attached to it, and they will do anything wrong or corrupt to stay in power. Those who are famous are addicted to that fame. Those who are beautiful consider themselves as the top of the world. And those who are intellectual or knowledgeable do not want to submit to the authority of a supreme absolute power. So in this world we see that these 5 things tend to delude us. But in the case of the Supreme, even though he has all these 5 qualities in absolute quantity, in the fullest quantity, still he is the most renounced. He is not attached to any one of these 5. Krishna is also Achyut because he is the supreme controller. The living entities are the ones who are controlled, and the Supreme Lord is controller. It is said that not even a leaf moves without his permission, and his supreme controlling position is never compromised. He always is in the commanding position. But here we see something very interesting, that Arjun is commanding Krishna. If Krishna is the controller, how is it that Arjun is giving instructions to Krishna to draw his chariot in the middle of the two armies. Also, how is it that we all get deluded by this illusory energy, and how the scriptures give so much information and examples of such situations where even stalwarts were deluded by illusory energy. We will discuss this next time, continuing this verse. Till that time, Hare Krishna, Radhe Radhe. Have a very blessed day.